Hello and welcome to yet another episode of One Take, and this time I am from the fields of Amethi plus Raebareli. Well, these fields are in all bloom, but is the Congress wilting? That's the topic which we are going to be discussing this week. Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra has entered the UP leg and the critical Amethi and Raebareli, where the Congress certainly seems to be on its way out. At least in Amethi, the Congress is already out, with Rahul Gandhi being defeated by Smriti Irani. With Sonia Gandhi opting out of Lok Sabha elections, the question which rises is that what next in Raebareli? But there's a bigger problem over here for the Gandhi family and for the Congress, and that is the exodus of a large number of Congress leaders.
आप लोग एक्साइट हो रहे हैं, मैंने कहा मैं तो एक्साइट नहीं हूं, इस तरफ या उस तरफ.
Well, this is not really anything new. It happens to almost every political party, one may argue. And it certainly happens at a time when the perception is building up that it is a sinking ship. There have been people in the past who have quit either the Trinamool Congress. It didn't dent its fortunes in the West Bengal elections. There have been people who often quit the BJP. But in the Congress party, it's been going on for much long time. And they are not small players. Some of the big names have quit the party. Look, if they are young people who are leaving the party, one can always say that they are young, ambitious, reckless, and they're looking for a bright political future. Relatively young leaders like Arpian Singh, Milind Devra, Jyotiraditya Scindia, all of them decided to leave Rahul Gandhi and look out for their better fortunes in the BJP, because they feel they have many years ahead. But I would say it's a worrying sign when the seniors, the veterans, those who are there with the party at the ground level from the beginning, they decide to quit. Ghulam Nabi Azad. Then there's buzz about Kamal Nath. Then there's talk about Manish Tiwari, which of course Manish Tiwari denied. There have been several other senior leaders who, if they have not resigned, have resigned themselves from the active affairs of the party. Many of them say in private that who's going to take us? We have nowhere else to go. But within the Congress party, it's best to take a back seat and not be active at all. But there's a common thread in all of this. In all of this, they're all blaming the Gandhi family, but more specifically Rahul Gandhi. Many of the seniors had criticized the fact that the coterie of Rahul Gandhi was taking over the day-to-day affairs of the Congress party. It was at that point of time that Sonia Gandhi had stepped in. Remember, the genesis of the G23 was precisely this. She was able to placate some, win some over, and not so. But Rahul Gandhi never forgave nor forget. He never forgot the fact that it was these members of G23 who were out to rebel. And in fact, at the Congress Working Committee meeting, the first one of it, which was called after the letter was released by the G23 to Sonia Gandhi, it was Rahul Gandhi's team, Rahul Gandhi's boys, who came out with some pretty strong words against the veterans, calling them a traitor. The veterans have not forgotten this, but neither has Rahul Gandhi. So when you're seeing him play an active role on a day-to-day affairs, despite the fact that Mallikarjun Kharge remains the Congress president, it just goes on to show that Rahul Gandhi has little patience. So these veterans feel that what's the point of being with them? And therefore, that's the worrying sign, and that's the question on One Take which I'm asking you this week. That why is it that none of these people have any faith in Rahul Gandhi anymore? And why do you think it's a worrying sign? Because it just goes on to show that democratic setup which Rahul Gandhi talks about within the Congress party is perhaps not that democratic. One of the first signs of a leader, and something which Sonia Gandhi mastered, was that you have to listen to everyone but do your own. Suno sabki but karo apni. But in the case of Rahul Gandhi, it is said, wo sunta bhi nahi hai, but lekin karta apna hai. Something which was never said about Sonia Gandhi. At the threshold of the next Lok Sabha elections, where you need your entire gang and team together, can the Congress afford the veterans to go out? What does this exodus mean? Many of them have quit, many of them are wanting to quit, but there are no takers for them. And this sense of listlessness, of feeling of being useless, is something which can be unnerving for the Congress in the future. Now, if we are to presume that the Congress is not going to perform well or perform very badly in the Lok Sabha elections, then what next? Many are not speaking out against Rahul Gandhi yet, But if there's a likelihood of more and more leaving the Congress or going into retirement, I don't think there's any going to be a soft wording of their criticism of Rahul Gandhi anymore. But worse is that many of Rahul Gandhi's coterie, if they begin to lose, then what does it prove? Already, if you look at the track of the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, what you're noticing is that those who we thought will be along with him are not with him. Increasingly, the yatra is looking jinxed. Increasingly, the push of Rahul Gandhi as the leader, savior of the Congress party seems jinxed. There are few takers now within this. Many voices are muted, but many may speak out. Will there be another G23 kind of situation once the Lok Sabha elections are out and the Congress is unlikely to do well? What then happens? Why is it that the seniors are also feeling the heat? Why is it that many of the young people feel that they have no political future? Because they feel that Rahul Gandhi is never ever going to learn the lesson. The more they make the point, the more the people leave, the more Rahul Gandhi seems to be adamant. In fact, in close quarters, every time he is told that, okay, this person is likely to leave, his single word is, sentence is, jaye to jaye, let them go. What's the point of stopping them? And that is a worrying sign. It's not that Indira Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi or Rajiv Gandhi did not face this problem, but there were attempts being made to ensure that you reach out. He doesn't want anyone to reach out because he feels reaching out would mean that they're giving too much of importance to someone who may be hobnobbing with the BJP or who's already NAP camp. It's better to stay with a handful of 4-5 people. But what is it now that he's being left with? There are people who many consider as incapable of winning elections, who are drawing room masters, but on the ground, zero performance. Do you agree with me? Do give in your reactions on the social media timeline. And do you think another G23 is brewing? Thank you so much for watching.